The world is a carousel of color. Wonderful, wonderful color.
Walt Disney presents
The wonderful world of color.
Now lie on the floor. Push up, arms over your head. Touch toes, touch toes.
This is our physical fitness program. And incidentally, I've given orders that every one of my artists is to watch this show. And I hope they learn something from it. There's certainly not much exercise in pushing a pencil around or lifting a sheet of paper. As a matter of fact, that's just about the amount of exercise that some of us get these days. What we need right now are a few facts on figures. So let's take a brisk hike over to the world's most famous physical culture center and meet the world-famous proprietor, Professor Ludwig Muscles von Drake.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. First, let me ask you a very personal question. How do you like the show so far? What am I saying? We haven't even started yet. Do you feel physically fit? Are you in shape? Eek. Are you a V-man? Or like me, solid, like a pyramid? And you ladies, do you have a desirable hourglass figure? Or have your sands shifted? Are you fit, active, trim? Well, that's the shape I'm in. The trouble is you're getting soft because you don't get enough exercise. After all, you can't sit around all day on your big overstuffed chairs and expect to be fit. Oops. Or even expect to fit the chair for that matter. Anyway, as you can see, a lot of us have problems. It's just that some are bigger than others. In this modern push-button age, most of our work is done by machines. And now they got a machine that does the work for the machines. Yes, sir, times has really changed for man. In the old days, he would wear out his shoes. Now the only thing that he wears out is the seat of his pants. And you women aren't getting enough exercise either. About the only people who use a washboard today is musicians. And you don't use it, you play it. Oh, I can't make this too emphatic. Washing clothes is automatic. Cooking's easy, it's scientific. Housework too, to be specific. Taking trips is supersonic. Even brains are electronic. We are soft is realistic. We work less is a statistic. Yet eat more, it's catastrophic. No time to be philosophic. Modern living's quite pathetic. It's completely non-athletic. We should be enthusiastic about things that are gymnastic. Come on, you cooks, don't be static. Move around, knock off that static. Get up on your feet, or muscles will soon be obsolete. Ooh. Well, I don't know what you got out of that, but at least I got some exercise. You know, too many people are in the same shape the world is in. Round. To coin a phrase, it's not the survival of the fattest, it's the survival of the fittest. Of course, it would be a lot easier if it was survival of the fattest, because today, man spends almost all of his time in clubs. Supper clubs, country clubs, nightclubs. Even primitive man had his club, but he had to be in shape to use it. Down through the ages, the first law of nature has always been the survival of the fittest. Quiet! Anyway, you know, it was the ancient Greeks who first scientifically approached the problem of physical fitness. These learned scholars felt that for the mind to be alert, the body had to be in the same shape. In other words, brains and brawn could be mixed. And so it was that over 2,700 years ago, within the shadow of beautiful Mount Olympus, was born an institution known as the Olympic Games. Emblematic of these glorious athletic festivals is the torchbearer, who down through the ages has carried aloft the precious flame to the far corners of the earth. Rome, Egypt, India, China. Through forests and trackless wastes, over mountains and sea, down to the present day, the ritual of the Olympiads demands that this heroic flame shall not become extinguished, but shall be kept burning at all costs. To the victor belongs the spoil.
Stay tuned.
All right. Now, you know we can't all be a big Olympic chair, but you don't have to be a big fat chump either. Of course, you can go on a crash diet. Count your calories all the time. Get polyunsaturated saturated. Take a bunch of reducing pills and starve yourself to death. But if you want to eat like a pig, look like a racehorse, and be strong as an ox, join the Ludwig van Drake Club and work with a dumbbell. Ludwig van Drake. And get this. You don't have to go to my gymnasiums. I'll send one of them to you. You busy businessmen out there can easily set it up in your office. Like this. Hello, JB? Sell 2 million and buy 3. Yes, that's right. Take a letter, Miss Jones. Gentlemen, as of the 14th instant of the 3rd day of the 4th month, here's... But Charlie, this is a matter of high finance. After all, I paid the check for lunch yesterday. Now it's your turn. Of course, your business might go to pot, but so what? You're gonna lose your pot, too. Just think I can deliver this entire setup to you in this handy, convenient package for only $999.99 down. Plus, now get this, folks, I will throw in absolutely free my set of Van Drake exercise records. Here's a little sample that'll show what these records can do for you. All right, all you folks out there in Flabby Land, up, up, up. Oh, no wonder I was playing it too fast. At 78, that's the size of my waist. 33 is what it should be, and I'm not kidding. Yeah, that's better. Now we do the calisthenics, the exercises. Now lie on the floor, push up, arms over your head. Touch toes, lie flat on your back. Sit up, up high on your toes. Squat down. Now lie on your side. Lift leg. Stand up on your head. Do splits. Now, if you do this every morning, your muscles will really be toned up. I know. They used to laugh when I sat down to play. Now, listen. One and two and three and four and one. 2 and 4 and 6 and 8 and 10 and 9. 4 and 3. Oh, by the way, there are many ways to use your set of dumbbells, but by far the most popular is for paperweights, which leads us to a pile of letters from satisfied club members. Oh, here's a typical testimonial. Let's see what typical has to say. Quote, "Dear Professor, I used to come dragging home from work completely worn out. Nervous, unstrung, weak, and run down. Physically and mentally fatigued. I didn't want to be a spineless, weak-kneed, no-good nincompoop. Ouch! Well, wasn't that time well spent? How different we feel. Not tired, but just good old physically fatigued. Another important part of my physical fitness program is the sale of my book on recreational sports. This book is guaranteed to give you muscles all over, not from reading it, from carrying it. Whew. In it is all about all the healthy, invigorating sports known to man. Now let's pick out a good one, like swimming. It'll knock that flab off from all over you. Ah, here it is. Swimming gives you a nice, lean look. After all, how many fat fish have you seen? Anyway, everybody should learn how to swim. Perhaps no one factor has contributed so greatly to the popularity of swimming as the sensible bathing suit. It should not be too daring, yet bold enough to allow freedom of movement. As the setting sun slowly dips into the azure blue of the western sea, with a modicum of reluctancy, we leave this tranquil scene firmly convinced that swimming has many fringe benefits. One of them being, once you have learned to swim, you can safely take up golf. Because you won't have to worry about those water hazards anymore. Say, I'll bet you didn't know that the word golf was derived from the old Anglo-Saxon word flog, which, as any swinger knows, is golf spelled backwards. An obvious choice because of duffers like me who flogging the ball all over the place. Of course, I've written it all down here in my book. 4! That's it, chapter 4, how to play flog. Out in the green open fields where a man can get away from it all. Happily, the golfer chooses his weapon. The modern golfer comes standard equipped with a set of scientifically matched and balanced clubs. Having covered the course, we come at last to the 19th hole, where we join our friends in the proverbial bull session that ends a perfect day of golf.
Acquaintance be forgot, and days of old lang syne.
Oh, we Americans are famous for our team sports, like football. Of course, only a few big, brawny kids with muscles can play football. But you folks can get plenty of good, healthy exercise just from watching it. You're getting out in the fresh air, jumping up and down, and cheering. Your lungs gets lots of exercise, too. Now, so you don't go jumping up and down and yelling in the wrong places, you gotta know exactly how football is played. And I am exactly the man to show you. After all, I wasn't known as Liverlegs Ludwig for nothing, you know. I could split the uprights from 50 yards away with the old pigskin. All right. How to play football. Football needs special equipment. A college covered with ivy, a coliseum or a stadium filled to overflowing with 100,000 rabid, wildly cheering fans, great armies of vendors, managers, mascots, photographers, sports writers, doctors, elaborate brass bands, assorted coaches, old grads like me, scores of Annie Oakleys, and 2 teams resplendent in brilliant uniforms create a riot of color and atmosphere unequaled by any other game on earth. It's good. Or is it? Yes? No. Yes? No. Yes? And there's the gun ending the half. Here's one for the books. The officials put their heads together. They reach their decision. And the score at the end of the half, taxidermy 7 and anthropology 12 and a half. What a game! Oh, boy! You know, after all, a spectator can only take so much. So that's why they put in halftime, to give them a chance to rest and store up some energy. And you can eat all kinds of fattening foods. Because after all, you're gonna wear it all off during the second half. Back on the field, the second half is about to start. Listen to that cheer. It's tired. The A&M man is gaining. He leaves his feet. Look out! Look! And there's the final gun. And Smith wins for taxidermy tech by half a point. Yes, as you can see, football is a great sport to keep everybody physically fit. Everybody, that is, except the coach.